Hello, and welcome to Movie Reels Film Reviews. I'm Mr. Vincent. Today, I will be reviewing the latest film written and directed by Indy, and it's simply entitled Check. While reading this film, I couldn't help but notice that it's very reminiscent of Pulp Fiction in terms of style. And while it worked there, it didn't work here. The various cuts from scene to scene had me confused at times. It almost seems as though a copy and paste method went completely haywire, and the result is what you have here. A total mess. I'm still trying to figure out why a deceased character is now sitting in a chair seemingly alive at the end of the film. It just makes no sense really, and I don't have the patience to try to figure it out. This film had a lot going for it, but I believe it fell just short of its goal. While it's not a bad film, I wouldn't recommend seeing it. Let's just move on to the ratings for Check. I will be grading this film under 5 categories: the genre, dialogue, characters, fun reading level, and the overall grade. Let's get to it, shall we? Genre. I think when it comes to action, Indy seems to deliver one way or another. And while this film is not as action-packed as his last film, Electric Boogaloo, I definitely believe it works better in this film. The action is not too over the top, and it worked to a certain degree. Because of that, I'm going to grade this category a B+. Dialogue. I was actually pretty impressed with the dialogue in the film. It's definitely a step up from Indy's previous work. While it wasn't near perfect, Indy is making much progress in this category. My grade, a B+. Characters. As much as I want to say I connected with the characters, I didn't. I think the constant switch back and forth from scene to scene killed it, because it was just overdone. And I really don't like the fact that 3 of the main characters are called the Longcoats. What a shameless rip-off of Psycho Bunny Productions. Now don't get me wrong, I didn't hate any of the characters, but most of them did bore me, as though they weren't meaningful enough. With that being said, my grade is a C. Fun reading. I must say that I did enjoy reading this, that is until I got further into the story. I think as it progressed deeper and deeper, it lost a lot of momentum. The beginning was rather interesting, but as I neared the tail end of the film, I couldn't find myself anywhere else but just completely uninterested with what was going on. It just lacked any focus, and if you factor in the confusion with the ending that I talked about earlier, you would have yourself a grade of a C. Overall grade. This film had both positives and negatives. And while not all expectations were reached, I still have to agree with the fact that this is one of Indy's better films from his most recent releases. He has taken a step into the right direction. While not completely, I think his effort and progress is definitely starting to show. My overall rating grade for Check is a C. Well, that about wraps up today's show. Please tune in next time as I review Joey Jojo Jr. Shabba-Doo's film entitled Supers. I'm Mr. Vincent. Thanks for stopping by Movie Reels.